Residents and businesses say it's a dangerous stretch of Savannah Highway where making turns is difficult.
It's not necessarily the speed, but it's the fact that there's no turn signals. There's no real safety that's in line at this intersection to give people a clear rite of passage.
They all meant the world to each other.
Friends closest to 22-year-old Claflin University graduate Miranda Dantzler Williams recall the inseparable bond between her 28-year-old sister, Shanice Dantzler Williams, and her 53-year-old mother, Stephania Dantzler.
It's a family celebrating, a mother and her two daughters celebrating a graduation, celebrating a Mother's Day, and they will not be coming home.
"22-year-old Miranda Dantzler Williams, affectionately known as MD by her family and friends, was a beautiful person, both inside and out. She is described as the life of the party, who did anything she could to care for her family and friends and keep smiles on their faces. If you needed anything, she would be there for you. Just an overall genuine and loving young woman." Miranda had just graduated from Claflin University on Saturday, the day before Mother's Day, with a degree in criminal justice. She was looking forward to starting her new job in Savannah, Georgia, within the next several weeks. Miranda had an inseparable bond with her older sister, 28-year-old Shanice Dantzler Williams, and her mother, 53-year-old Stephanie Dantzler. They meant the world to one another. 28-year-old Shanice was a beautiful person with a kind spirit, always supporting and encouraging, a true go-getter. She was a YouTuber and a businesswoman, recently launching creative content by Shanice Renee, created to assist business owners with social media content and professional services. Her friends say that she was top-notch when it came to marketing.
Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Shanice Renee, and I am back with another video. You know what I'm saying? Coming back to back with y'all with it, trying to be consistent and whatnot. So basically, this video is going to be like...
She was also the owner of the Shanice Renee collection, an assortment of trendy handbags at an affordable price, and a proud member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. 53-year-old Stephanie Dantzler was the type of mother who would do anything for her girls. They meant the world to her. Just last month, she celebrated her birthday with a beautiful photo shoot featuring herself and none other than her beautiful daughters, Miranda and Shanice. On Saturday, May 7th, Stephanie, along with Shanice and other family members, proudly attended Miranda's commencement ceremony at Claflin University. They were excitedly looking forward to celebrating Miranda's graduation as well as Mother's Day. Neither of them could have imagined that what was supposed to be a celebratory weekend would soon turn into a complete and unexpected tragedy. Around 11 p.m. on Mother's Day evening, a newly recruited Charleston County deputy by the name of Emily Pelletier was responding to a non-emergency call for a disabled vehicle when her patrol cruiser collided with a vehicle at the intersection of Savannah Highway and New Road.
3 women were killed Sunday when a cruiser Charleston County deputy Emily Pelletier was driving hit their car near the intersection of Savannah Highway and New Road.
Miranda, Shanice, along with their mother Stephanie, who police say were trapped inside of the vehicle, were all pronounced dead on the scene. It was soon revealed that 28-year-old Shanice was the driver of the vehicle. Officer Pelletier, who was extricated from the cruiser, was taken to the Medical University of South Carolina and later released. She was placed on administrative leave with pay as the sheriff's office reviews the incident, which is standard for serious deputy-involved collisions. The wreck resulted in the closure of southbound Savannah Highway into Monday morning. While 2 other deputies were blocking traffic for the investigation, a vehicle traveling southbound on Savannah Highway failed to stop and struck their cruiser around 2:30 a.m. on Monday. Officials said the deputies were in their vehicle, which had its flashing blue lights activated when it was hit. First responders at the initial crash site responded to the second collision. Both deputies were trapped inside and had to be extricated from their cruiser. The deputies, along with the driver of the other vehicle, were transported to MUSC with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. Now a community is grieving the loss of a mother and 2 daughters. 3 lives gone. There is sadness, confusion, and requests for prayers for the family of Miranda, who friends say was a bright light with such a promising future. Limited details have been released about what happened that night, and the community is demanding more transparency. They are calling on Sheriff Kristen Graziano to say something about the crash. Although the sheriff made a public statement, they want to hear more than just her empathy toward the situation.
3 African-American women celebrating Mother's Day, one of which had just graduated college the day before, all of which in our community is a milestone for our women, our queens.
Dixon is calling on the sheriff to say something about the crash.
We haven't heard a public message from the sheriff on her pain over the loss that this family is feeling. And when I say a public message from her, I'm not talking about a press release. How did this happen? You know, is there any footage, any video footage? You know, there's no reason that the community has got to sit back and wait, which is actually adding pain on top of pain.
Graziano stated Shanice's vehicle was traveling on Savannah Highway southbound, and Deputy Pelletier was turning onto the highway from New Road. Now, at this point, the sheriff tells me we don't know if the deputy's lights and sirens were on or the speed of either vehicle.
We spoke to attorney Jay Bender about the releasing of dashcam video. He says he does not think it's a good sign that the video has not been released.
If it shows the police doing something good, they'll show it to you immediately. If it shows them doing something wrong, they will drag it out as long as they possibly can.
Friends of the family say they are organizing a balloon release and that a funeral will be held for Miranda on Saturday. A statement made by the family said, "We are heartbroken. We are devastated. We are relying heavily on our faith and our love for one another to get through this. On Monday, we prayed together. We cried together, and we tried to find peace. I'm not sure we did."
I was angry. That was like literally my best friend, my better half, like a beautiful spirit, a beautiful person inside and out.
Miranda, affectionately known as MD, is described as the life of the party who did anything she could to care for her family and friends and keep smiles on their faces.
Like, if you need anything, she would be there for you. She was a genuine person. She was loving.
She was a go-getter. Like nothing could stop Miranda.
The criminal justice major was slated to start a job in Savannah in the next several weeks. Now sadness, confusion, and requests for prayers for Miranda and her family, who friends say was a bright light with such a promising future.
She'll be missed by everyone, and everybody that was really close to her or friends with her loves her deeply.
Claflin University's Orangeburg County Alumni chapter said on Facebook they are saddened by the passing of one of their own. Sheriff Graziano held a press conference on Wednesday morning, sharing that she met with the mother and grandmother of the 3 women, who said they were a close family, inseparable, and did everything together. The message the family wanted the sheriff's office to convey is they were 3 kind, loving, and precious souls.
When I met with the family on Monday morning, it was abundantly clear to me the bond that these 3 girls, these 3 women shared with one another and with Mrs. Simmons, their grandmother, who was Stephanie's mother, and Miranda and Shanice's grandmother. Mrs. Simmons was very clear when she told me they were a close family. She said the girls were inseparable. They did everything together.
Sheriff Kristen Graziano stated, "Our hearts are broken for the family of Stephanie, Shanice, and Miranda. This is a tragic loss for our community. We are committed to reviewing our response policies to ensure we are doing our best to serve the public. The collision is under investigation by the South Carolina Highway Patrol, and as the video becomes available, it will be released."